Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my channel. Happy birthday to you. You gotta love the public domain, Ace. Hello Ace, this is RetroTK2 and welcome to my channel's first birthday. Today we're celebrating Ace. We'll take stock of my channel's subs and total views, then we'll take a look back at this year's videos. So let's get started. There it is in all its glory, Ace. I'm very proud of it, Ace, and I'm glad that we're hitting these big milestones together. Which reminds me, I still need to do the 100 subs video. Okay, let's take stock of the channel. As of the time of recording, we have 147 subs and 45,955 views. Well, not exactly the whole truth on that one, Ace, but we'll touch on this a little bit later. Let's have a look at the channel's video catalogue. It's weird not doing a tutorial here, Ace. I keep wanting to say click Video Manager. And here we are. It's weird looking down this list, Ace, and just remembering recording the videos at different times of the year. I mean, each video has its own unique set of challenges and hurdles to overcome. And there it is, Ace, where it all started, on Sunday the 6th of December 2015. Hello Ace, this is RetroTK2 and welcome to my channel. I remember being so nervous with it, Ace, and it's all so monotone. Plus you can really hear my accent in it. Which I've been told isn't bad, Ace. It's just hearing it myself, I don't know. Perhaps that's something for me to overcome on my own. I need to do a more up-to-date trailer, I think, as well, Ace. But yeah, that's what started it all, Ace, and got the ball rolling all the way to my first negative rate ratio video, if we can call it that. Let's look at the licenses available. Now, for the longest time, I thought that VS Commands was completely free. This one was on a Visual Studio extension that hadn't been fully ported over to 2015, so I had a bit of a tough time showing it off. It was also a bit overpriced in my opinion, but I guess fans of the extension didn't agree, which I attribute to the negative ratio. Then we're into the first big one, Ace. This is one that really started to give the channel a bit of traction. The ReSharper video was one of my favourite videos, and at the time it was the longest one I'd done. It was also one of the hardest days since it was right on the New Year weekend. We had family and friends coming over constantly throughout that week, so it was tough to find the time to do it. But I did it, Ace, and got it out on time. Inconsistent naming, and then select change naming rule. After that, a couple more extension videos, and then a period of very minor disappointment, Ace. The color theme editor video and customizing Visual Studio Code Color video. I really wanted the Code Color video to do well, Ace. I really wanted them both to do well, but the color editor video was pretty much installing the extension and showing its basic uses. There's not a lot to it, Ace. The Code Color video really shows you how to use it, showing you how to identify the code you want to color. I also added a project to channel files that had references to all the names of the code elements. It took me ages to make that project, Ace, and yet it's not as loved as the other video. Gutting, Ace. Still, the project really helped me personally create the color theme I wanted, so it isn't all bad. This is the color used for the line when you select the text. After that, we're into some of the Unity videos, Ace, with the Mono Develop versus Visual Studio video getting a good amount of likes. Always good to see, Ace. Then the boss of them all, Ace, how to uninstall Visual Studio 2015. A lot of personal records broken with this one, Ace. To start with, it was the first video I made on the recommendation of another viewer. It's also the longest video I've made to date and holds the #1 for views, comments and rating interactions. That's both likes and dislikes, Ace. As well as that, it was the first video I've ever made obsolete and unlisted. It is an absolute beast and was a complete nightmare to make. Firstly, I didn't have a clue how to uninstall Visual Studio completely from a computer. I've uninstalled it using the standard way but never got rid of it completely. I had to research and try all these different ways to get it off the machine. Now, uninstalling is usually quite a long process, Ace, and since I was experimenting, I had no idea if what I was doing was the correct way to do it. All the while I'm dreading the fact that I'll have to go and record this thing as well, which meant doing it all over again. And once I'd uninstalled it, I had to restore the Windows image to get it back onto the computer in its original state, which took more time. A complete disaster of a video, Ace, but well worth it. My only disappointment is the negative rate ratio with this one, Ace, and I totally understand why it is that way. Since the VS uninstaller was in an undeveloped state, I couldn't use it as a sole solution. I mean, the release version didn't even work for me. I had to use a different version from the repository, and I wasn't comfortable saying to you, yeah, this is a 100% safe solution, and I really didn't know if it was or not. Still, it's a video I'm proud of. I'm gutted that I had to make it obsolete and unlisted, Ace, but I can't have a video up on the channel giving out-of-date information. We can input the corresponding number for the Visual Studio versions we want to uninstall. That's the reason I have gripes with my channel's view count, Ace. It seems that YouTube doesn't count the views for videos that become unlisted. My actual view count is in the 70,000 range, but c'est la vie. Right after that video, on the following week, I created a video that was the first one not to start with my standard intro. I was creating a video to install a program, Ace, and they're usually really boring, so I thought I'd jazz it up a bit. I've always loved the Sunscreen song and loved its message of here's some advice about how to live your life that you can choose to take, that, in my experience, that is the experience of the artist, has helped me and is what I would do if I could do it all again. But wearing sunscreen is proven to be beneficial for you. You would be crazy not to wear it. I kinda wanted that message for that video, Ace. That you can by all means follow the way I code or set up my development environment, or choose not to. Just please, make sure you use version control in some form. It's that important, Ace. I had a ton of fun making this video and had to enlist the help of my dad to do the musical bit for it. Trying to deconstruct that one little section of the song was tough, Ace, but I think we did okay. No. After that, we're into the version control section of the series, and I'd say arguably the hardest series of videos in terms of content. I really wanted to get the version control stuff right, Ace, so a good bit of research went into them. Usually when I'm developing or using a piece of software, I'll do enough to get by in terms of development so that I can start working. But when teaching, I feel that stuff really needs to be well researched. It's strange, Ace, doing this channel has made me a better developer. I kinda like it. With all the first series videos done, things started to pick up with work and I had to divert my commitments elsewhere. I was able to make a few videos during that time, and with the growing pressure to create a shorter, more streamlined Visual Studio uninstall video, I decided to do one. It was a lot easier doing this one, Ace. I feel a bit guilty having my second highest viewed video be a stripped down version of another popular video, but I think the rate ratio speaks for itself in this one. Still, I kind of forgot to put in the CMD uninstall method, so I'll have to make a video for that at some point. I'm a little down about my hiatus during that period, Ace, but life gets in the way sometimes. I could have pushed lower quality, less research videos out, but that's not what I want for the channel. If I feel it's going to happen again, I'll tell you about it, Ace. Once the console window closes, the uninstaller is finished and Visual Studio has been removed. Now we're all caught up. It's been a phenomenal year, Ace, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. Yes, the research and editing for these videos can be a bit long and grueling, but that's YouTube. That's making videos. And that's it. Rate, comment and subscribe, Ace. I hope you've enjoyed this year. You can email me at retrotk2@gmail.com with anything you like. Thank you for a great year, Ace, and I'll see you in the next video.